Ishabani Guru in the house, back with another transfer news, or rather news episode. Well, today also we're going to talk about some incomings, but I don't know, but yeah. Well, we didn't have a news episode coming in today early on, so apologies for that. But yes, was so busy with certain things that I could not. Plus, I didn't feel like I'm not in a good state of accepting that we lost all 3 points. That's a disgraceful game. So yeah, I've actually vented out my anger on the roast of the week. It's coming on to you guys. The rant is coming on. So enjoy. With that, let's just start this episode. So, according to the Premier League official app, it's one game ban for both Arsenal's red card players, Bernd Leno and David Luiz. This is what the app has to say. I believe the malice was not involved, so I don't think so. They're gonna lose 3 games. Mikel Arteta on Luiz's red card. He says that I've just seen the replay 10 times in 5 different angles, and I cannot see any contact. And talking about Sky Sports on their Instagram posted this event of red card towards David Luiz. John Terry says never a red card, double jeopardy. Anyone who has ever played the game can see David never attempts to play the ball. He actually pulls out of the challenge, which means penalty but no red card. You obviously don't play, and also check the rules yourself. And also David Luiz on Instagram was not happy. He actually shared this. He says unbelievable. It was pretty much unbelievable. And of course, Nelson Semedo was killed by Pepe, yeah, whatever. So someone was not happy. It was Granit Xhaka on Instagram was not happy at all. Yes, he says feeling frustrated. We didn't deserve that. Of course, Granit Xhaka, we did not deserve that kind of officiating at all. So Arteta opened up about the result. He says, "I am extremely proud of our team. And the way we played, the way we dominated the first half, we should have been there. We should have been 3 or 4 up. We didn't do that, and we put ourselves in a really difficult position after conceding the goal and going a man down. We really dominated the game. We created chances, big chances. We hit the post, hit the bar, some big saves. Then the turning point was when David got sent off. It was 1-0 just before halftime. We go to 10 men, concede a goal, and then it's a mountain to climb. If you want to talk about the decision, I've just seen the replay 10 times in 5 different angles. I'm sitting here with you guys and I cannot see any contact. I would like to see if VAR has a different angle." And talking about the decision was made based on David Luiz's reputation. That could be the reality. Arteta said, "I don't want to think that. I'm sure that they made the decision based on them seeing something. Unfortunately, I'm sitting here expecting to see something, and I'm not seeing anything." Arteta is not at all seeing that it was a red card. And talking about Luiz's red card changed the game. He said, of course it changed the game. If you play with 10 men for 45 minutes in the Premier League without a central defender against this opposition, of course, it changes the game. We tried, we wanted to win the game. We did not concede any chances, but Moutinho scored a worldie. It's 2-1, and then when Burn comes out and hits the ball with his hands, it's a second red card. We're down to 9 players, and it's almost impossible to win the game. So Arteta on whether he's spoken to Bernd Leno about his mistake. He says no. But I imagine he's made the decision in a split second. He needs to make that action, and he acted naturally to try to stop the ball. There's nothing they can do. And Arteta on our unbeaten Premier League run being ended by red cards. He said, "The way we lost the game is where it really hurts. And it's painful. We leave the ground, we have 0 points, and we lost 2 important players." Arteta on if David Luiz made contact for the penalty. He says, if there's any contact, it's Willian Jose with David. That's what I've seen. But I don't know if they have a different angle of what I have or maybe what you have. That's where the disappointment is coming from. And talking about VAR, Arteta says, it's hard enough to win football matches in the league, and those big decisions are like that, but there's nothing we can change at the moment. And Arteta on whether VAR let him down, he says, if they justify that they got it right, I will put my hands up and apologize. But the only thing is I'm sitting here and I cannot see any contact. And that's really, really frustrating because it was a big, big moment in the game. Arteta on whether he can still take positives from the first half. Absolutely. And to play 3 days later after the game we played against United, and how demanding it was mentally and physically, and the way they started the game straight away, the way the boys have trained. And talking about his players, Arteta says, in the second half they came out and wanted to play the game with 10 men. And that was the spirit of the dressing room. With 9 players, I saw players pushing to chase the goalkeeper. It's incredible. I am so proud of them. And talking about whether if Arteta would appeal for David Luiz's red card, he says, well, on my understanding here, I wouldn't say yes. Let's go straight away because I think we have a big chance. But I don't know. I will speak to legal and the club and make the decision of what to do. And talking about Kieran Tierney, well, of course, Gabriel Magalhaes was not at all interested. He knows, is this for a red card? How is this a red card? Gabriel Magalhaes is asking in his Instagram stories. And talking about Kieran Tierney, Arteta says he wasn't close at all to play against Wolves. Hopefully in the next few days he feels much better and he can come in the team and help us in this moment where we have so many games. And talking about Matt Ryan, Arteta says Matt had a muscular issue and in the last 2 days he hasn't been able to train. Hopefully we can get him back in the next few days. Now somebody like Hector Bellerin was not at all happy about the red card. He was not. He literally wasn't happy at all. So Bellerin made his presence felt, made his peace of mind felt. He says, we've shown that we're 11 against 11 on that pitch. It's completely different. We had complete control in the first half and we probably should have been 2-0 up by the end of it. We paid for those mistakes. I always say that teams are not beating us. We are losing against ourselves. It's for us to learn. Hopefully this will be the last time. We were on such a good run, great momentum, great confidence in the team. Wherein says Arsenal need to focus on the next game. He says we just need to forget this step because situations like this are not going to happen very often. We'll go on to the next one. So Hector urges everyone to let's go on to the next one. So Nuno Espirito Santo agrees with the referee's decision to send off both Arsenal players. He says the referee didn't have any other option on both situations. Shut up, ball fraud. Shut up. Oh my God. Anyways, so we move on. So Chris Kavanagh has been appointed as a referee for Saturday's away match against Aston Villa. Assistant referees are Daniel Cook and Konstantin Hatzidakis. A fourth official is Darren England. VAR is David Coote. Assistant VAR is Sian Massey Elise. Now the club have sent out the attached email to gold members. The deadline to change your details in Friday 12th of March 2021. The ticket transfer service will still be available to members who wish to transfer their ticket to friends and family on a match by match basis. So that's already been announced on the website. So moving on. So Willock has spoken about Steve Bruce. He says he spoke about how he was going to use me, where he sees me in the team. He had a whole plan for me already. I was really shocked. It's the first time I've had a manager who had a whole plan for me. Well, Joe, it's Newcastle, bro. All the best. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to make fun of Newcastle or you whatsoever. So you deserve to get more game time, and of course I want you to be in contention to play for a senior England team. But I still don't believe Newcastle is the right team for you. Anyways, that's my opinion. So Runarsson has been left out of Arsenal's Europa League squad. Martinelli and Ryan are in for Arsenal. Odegaard is also in as Gunners can pick from Arthur Okonkwo, James Hilson and Karl Hein in the goalkeeping position if needs be. So that could be happening. So Arsenal in the Premier League this season, we'll talk about it and we'll talk about the ranks. 9.2 average fouls per 90. We're 20th in the league. 32 yellow cards, 8th in the league. 5 red cards, first. Next highest is 3 red cards. We have 5 red cards this season. 5! Oh my God, I don't even have words. So Joe Willock also said that I've been at Arsenal since I was 4.5. It's a long time, so it's a bit daunting to take that step away from your comfort zone. But when Newcastle called a massive club, I didn't really have too much there, If I can make a difference here, that would be brilliant. So also moving on, let's talk about Julian Firpo. According to Fabrizio Romano on his podcast, here we go, he said Arsenal were trying for Junior Firpo on loan with a buy option. Paying a loan fee and his salary, Barcelona were open to the move, but the player had, for personal reasons, had the preference of staying in Barcelona and moving next summer. So it could be Junior Firpo in the summer, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Junior Firpo to Arsenal might happen in the summer. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says, funnily enough, I had a discussion with referees before the game and just asked them about David Luiz sending off because I did not think he should have been sent off and Bednarek definitely shouldn't have been sent off. Fuck off. Moving on, Hector Bellerin just posted this image on his Twitter. That's it. That's the tweet. That is exactly the tweet. That is it. That's what he actually had to say. and he was disappointed with the referee. Of course, he had to be. There's no other thing that we can actually talk about. So with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed, let me know in the comments, how are you coping with that loss. Have you forgotten about it? I'm trying to, but I'm pretty much sure I'll be definitely getting over it. So cheers. I will see you in the next one.